Hello students, in the previous lecture we have taken different mechanical components using the mechatronics. So that is a spring, then gear, then we have taken a concept of damper or dashpot as we have previously mentioned. Also we have taken a mass and inertia definitions. In this lecture we will study gear types. Okay, so we'll start. So we'll define first gear. So what is gear? A gear is a kind of machine element in which teeth are cut around a cylindrical or cone shaped surfaces with equal spacing. So kind of machine element in which teeth are cut around cylindrical or cone shaped surfaces. So these are the teeth. Okay, and teeth are cut around a cylindrical or cone-shaped surfaces with equal spacing. Spacing between them is equal. By meshing a pair of these elements, they are used to transmit rotations and forces from the driving shaft to driven shaft. So this is important function of these gears. By meshing a pair of these elements, they are used to transmit rotations and forces from driving shaft to driven shaft. Okay, so these are the this is a diagrammatical representation of gear. This is called as a face. Then this is a set screw is there to set that gear. Then hub diameter as shown in this figure. This hub projection you can say here. Then face width here mentioned as a face width. Then this is the outside diameter of that gear. Then there are different types of gears. That is spur gears, helical gears, rack and pinion, bevel gears, meter gears, worm and worm gear, then screw gears, then internal gears. So n number of gears are used in the mechatronics or in the mechanical systems. These gears are useful, and first is a spur gear. Gears having a cylindrical pitch surface are called as cylindrical gears. A spur gear belongs to the parallel shaft gear group and are cylindrical gears with tooth line which is straight and parallel to the shaft. Spur gears are the most widely used gears that can achieve high accuracy with relatively easy production process. So this is a spur gear animation as shown in this figure. So cylindrical pitch surface are called as a cylindrical gears, and spur gears belong to the parallel shaft gear group and are cylindrical gears with a tooth line which is a straight and parallel to the shaft. So this tooth line is parallel to the shaft, we can say that. Okay, so this is a spur gear. Then next is a helical gears. Helical gears are as shown in this figure, are used with parallel shafts similar to spur gears and are cylindrical gears with winding tooth lines. They have better teeth meshing than spur gears. So this is a better teeth arrangement. Uh, they have better teeth meshing than spur gears and have superior quietness and can transmit higher loads, making them suitable for high-speed applications. When using helical gears, they create thrust force in the axial direction, necessitating the use of thrust bearings. A gear rack. A same size and shaped teeth cut at equal distances along a flat surface or straight rod is called a gear rack. So this is a gear rack animation as shown in this figure. So easily you can understood what is a gear rack. Same size and shaped same size and shaped teeth cut at equal distances along a flat surface or straight rod is called as a gear rack. So this is a gear rack. A gear rack is a cylindrical gear with the radius of the pitch cylinder being infinite. By meshing with cylindrical gear pinion, It converts rotational motion into linear motion. Gear racks can be broadly divided into straight tooth racks and helical tooth racks. Then bevel gears. Bevel gears have a cone-shaped appearance and are used to transmit force between two shafts which intersect at one point. Intersecting shaft. A bevel gear has a cone as its pitch surface and its teeth are cut along the cone. So its teeth are cut along a cone. Kinds of behavioral gears include straight behavioral gears, helical behavioral gears, spiral behavioral gears, meter gears, angular behavioral gears. So this is a diagrammatical representation and you can sketch like this as a behavioral gears. Then next, screw gears. Screw gears are a pair of the same hand helical gears. So these are the screw of same hand helical gears with the twist angle of 45 degree. Here this twist angle is of 45 degree on a parallel non-intersecting shafts. Because the tooth contact is a point, their load carrying capacity is a low and they are not suitable for large power transmission. So this is the important point. They are not suitable for large power transmission. If you can use for large power transmission, they fails. Since power is transmitted by the sliding of the tooth surface. So this sliding of tooth surface transmit the power. Then next is a meter gears. Meter gears are bevel gears with a speed ratio of 1. They are used to change the direction of power transmission without changing speed. So meter gears are bevel gears with speed ratio of 1. They are used to change the direction of power transmission without changing speed. This is an important function. Without changing the speed, they change the direction of power transmission. There are straight meter and spiral meter gears. When use the spiral meter gears, it becomes necessary to consider using thrust bearing since they produce thrust force in the axial direction. The next is a worm gear. A screw shape cut on a shaft is the worm. So this is as shown in this figure. This is a screw shape. Screw shape cut on a shaft is the worm. The mating gear is the worm fill, and together on non-intersecting shaft is called a worm gear. Worms and worm fills are not limited to cylindrical shapes. So worms and worm wheels are not limited to cylindrical shapes. So these are the screw shape cut on a shaft is the worm, mating gear is the worm wheel, and together on non-intersecting shaft is called as a worm gear. So next, internal gears. So what is internal gear? Internal gears have teeth cut on the inside of cylinders or cones and are paired with external gears. So this is the internal gear structure. The main use of internal gears are for planetary gears, drives and gear type shaft couplings. So main use of internal gears are for planetary gears, driving and gear type shaft couplings. So driving, drives and gear type shaft couplings. So next, overview of gears. This diagrammatical representation shows that we have studied previously different types of gears, but actual where these are used from this diagram, if you observe carefully, you can understand how important are these gears. So this is a bevel gear. So observe such type of mechanism there. Then spiral behavior gear. So this is a spiral behavior gear. This is a spur gear. First gear we have taken. Then helical gear. This is a helical structure. Then meter gear. What is the important function of meter gear? Without changing speed, they operates. This is the important function of this meter gear. Then gear coupling as shown in this figure. Then this is the internal gear. So this diagram is very important. Actual position of that gear is shown in this figure. So this is the internal gear. Then worm gear as shown in this figure. Worm wheel. So screw-like structure of that worm gear is as shown in this figure. Screw gear, screw-like structure as shown in this figure. Then ratchet as shown in this figure. Pawl, pinion. So this is called as a pawl, and this is a pinion, and this is a rack gear. Observe this. We have already taken animation on that rack gear, and so this figure is very important. That shows the actual importance of that gear we are using for different mechatronic systems, different uh, equipments or vehicles, you can also say. So gear wheel and axle. Each gear in a series reverses the direction of rotation of the previous gear. The smaller gears which always turn faster than the larger gears. So this is the important point. Each gear in a series reverses the direction. So this lamination shows as shown in this figure, it reverses the direction. Here this gear direction is along this direction and this gear direction is along this side. So each gear in a series reverses the direction of rotation of the previous gear. The smaller gear will always turn faster. This is important. Smaller gear will always turn faster than larger gear. So this smaller gear always turn faster than this larger gear. Okay. Then vehicle gear mechanism. So this animation is looking very good. If you observe, vehicle gear mechanism is showing here. So if you rotate that, what you can say, that is a steering for either left or right. According to that, by using this gear mechanism, the vehicle position changes either this side or either this side. So this is a animation of a vehicle gear mechanism. Then next we will take applications of gears, toys and small mechanisms. That is a small, low load, low cost, and also kinematic analysis. These gears are used, toys and small mechanisms. So in that, small, low load is there, low cost, and also kinematic analysis is there. So appliance gears, that is a long life, low noise, and cost low to moderate load. Some kinematic and some stress analysis, these gears are used. Power transmission, this is the third important function of gear, which this they can transmit power and also have long life, high load and speed kinematic and stress analysis in that we can use. Then aerospace gears, aerospace in that they are in lightweight, moderate to high load kinematic and stress analysis, we can use those gears. Then control gears, in application of these control gears, they have longer life, low noise, precision gears, and kinematic and stress analysis. So if you observe all in all application, there is a kinematic and some stress analysis is there, and we can apply these gears, use the gears at for n number of applications.